Hey, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today we have a lot of PokeMMO economy stuff to talk about. First of all, you guys might be familiar with or might have seen my past videos about these sort of price checks and price trends analyzing the market. There was a forum post made by someone named Quacks, and essentially he would update it every 2 weeks and show people the trending, whether something was going up in price or down in price of especially expensive items on the GTL, really expensive, high quality stuff in PokeMMO. And it was a great way to understand what to invest in, what the kind of trends were, what stuff was popular, what stuff was doing well, what stuff was doing bad, etc., etc. And now, Best Friends, thankfully to Best Friends, make sure to click the forum link in the below. And make sure to thank you to him for taking over this sort of project. Quacks ended up taking a hiatus from the project, was a little too busy, and Best Friends came in and wanted to take over with this nice Google spreadsheet we have in front of us. Now, so far we have two updates. We have this one that was updated on 9/4, and this one that was updated on 9/9, which are two really close. That's incredible pacing. So really exciting to see that. Really cool. Now the only complaint I have is you don't get to see the actual. There's no green or red number. Monkey brain. There's no green or red number showing, hey, this price has dropped, this price has raised, etc., etc. But that's a light complaint considering how much effort and how much love has clearly gone into this. And a huge thank you to Best Friends for putting this together. And if you want to give him enough support, maybe he'll be able to do that red number, green number thing. So let's go ahead and look at the numbers and see what's going on. We're gonna try to go back and forth a little bit. It looks like if you look at all of these numbers and look to the second sheet, it seems to be there's a general trend of everything going down in price. And that makes sense because right now is one of the quote unquote dead periods of PokeMMO. Right now is probably the quietest the game ever gets, really, honestly. It's between summer, all kids are getting back in school, teachers, etc., etc. A lot of people are getting back to work, college, whatever it may be. Summer's ending. We're in that period where summer's ending, school's back in session, but we're not quite at event season yet. Halloween hasn't started, Christmas hasn't started. We're not on those breaks. We don't have that excitement, those events, etc. So this is quite literally the slowest period for PokeMMO generally, at least this sort of section of the year where it's after summer end and between Halloween. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, it only makes sense to see some of these prices drop, and they haven't dropped too much. And honestly, numbers for PokeMMO just haven't dropped too much, even though it's generally the slowest period. So it's a good sign for the game. But anyways, we can see things like the Phoenix Tail and Phoenix Robe, for example, 29 mil each, 29, and then dropping over to 29 and 22. Pretty big drop there. Stuff like that to look out for. Big drops that you don't really notice, but are pretty big. Look at the Red Reaper Hood. So Red Reaper Hood went from 153 mil down to 146, which is a 9 mil drop on a pretty big item, which is pretty huge. But it's only, that's after 5 days. Items like this and prices like this always just fluctuate a ton. The way these prices are cataloged is just what's the lowest priced available item on the GTL right now. So that's okay. That's enough of my intro. Let's go ahead and actually break down all these prices and talk about. I'm gonna stop and pause and look up things in game to show you guys the important stuff. For example, I have Golden Dragon Mask pulled up on the right over here. That's probably one of the most important items we'll talk about, and it's one of the most influential items in the PokeMMO economy. But let's go ahead and start working our way through this spreadsheet. So first things first, we have the two Plague Masks, 53 mil for black, 36 mil for white. Penguin costume sitting at 44.5. Penguin hood sitting at 38 mil. Black Reaper hood sitting at 71 mil. Red Reaper hood sitting at 146 mil. Boar hood sitting at around 3 mil. I'm a huge fan of the animal costumes. I think they're pretty underrated, and I think that they will go up over time pretty exponentially. I think they're pretty cheap still at the moment, especially as well. Boar costume at 6.5. Red eyeball mask at 5 mil. That's honestly really cheap as well to me. Green eyeball mask 7.7. Lily pad sombrero. Really huge fan of this item. I don't know if I'll ever get one. 24.5 mil. Xmas lights. Not a huge fan of this item, but I get why people like it. 8 mil. Phoenix hood, we talked about a little bit of the Phoenix items a little bit, 8.5. Phoenix tail, 29. Phoenix robe, 22. Fancy butterfly wings, 7.6. I think I have something similar to that in game. I love that item. Golden dragon mask, 15.4. So this is probably one of the most important items to look at. Here it's 16 mil. And then on sheet 2, 5 days later, it's 15.4. And then now in game, it's currently sitting at around 14.4. Honestly, I do want to, I haven't given my huge financial disclaimer yet, though. if you want to take any quote-unquote financial advice from this video, these are mostly just my thoughts, my opinions. I've been playing this game for a long time, but I have no degree in finance. I have no formal education in finance. I just play a Pokemon MMO, right? That's it. So please take any sort of quote-unquote financial advice at your own risk, at your own liberties. Please, if you make a ton of money, more power to you. If you lose a ton of money, I am sorry. Please don't blame it on me, whether you lose a ton of money or if you make a ton of money. At the end of the day, it's all your decisions, and I'm just trying to give my thoughts and my opinions. I think right now is probably a pretty damn good time to pick up the Golden Dragon Mask. If you're picking up the Golden Dragon Mask for under 15 mil, usually it will rise back up above that, and usually you'll be able to make a profit on it. So that's just my thoughts, at least at the moment, at least with the I guess the infamousness of the item. For those who don't know, Golden Dragon Mask was like the fastest raising item in like the history of PokeMMO. When it first came out, it was around 4 mil back during the 2020, I believe 2020 Lunar New Year. We can just check. I think it was 2021 Lunar New Year anniversary, or not anniversary, 2021 Lunar New Year event. And then by 2022, it was like 30 mil. Like an item going from 4 mil to like 25 to 30 mil at its peak within 1 year is just insanity. It's just truly for an item to rise, that much within a year is just absolute insanity. So that was pretty crazy. 15 mil is honestly, this is a lot more reasonable and stuff, but let's keep going on with our list. So let's keep going at Brown Werewolf Mask. That's an interesting one. I actually really like these items. I think they're a really good investment. I'm surprised they haven't been raising faster, honestly. I like them, especially the gray. Obviously the grays. I was surprised that the gray was actually the more popular one. I preferred the gray, but I thought that more people would prefer the brown, but I was pleasantly surprised. Cool to see. People have taste. The UFO hat, sitting at around 2.8 mil. Snow Globe hat, I've always liked this one, but I think a lot of people hate it. 5 mil. Golden Tiger Mask. This was one that I think was kind of set up to fail. So Golden Tiger Mask was the predecessor to the Golden Dragon Mask. Here, we can actually check it up in game. The Golden Tiger Mask was the predecessor to the Golden Dragon Mask, and people just expected it to do what the Golden Dragon Mask did and rise in price dramatically, and it didn't do that. It came out, it was around 4 mil. It's now dropped to around 2.3. I will say the Golden Tiger Mask is a great vanity, and I do think it has indefinite long-term potential. It has extra animations, triggerable animations, lighting effects. It has all these like extra details put into it, which people do really care about and like that sort of depth in a vanity. And it's still a pretty cool vanity. I like it. The twitching of the ears, it's a good one. But I definitely. I was one who I was like, I'm not going to invest in this because I knew that everyone was going to invest in this, thinking it was going to be the next Golden Dragon Mask, and it just didn't really turn out to be that case. And I kind of think I felt that way. And it's a good long-term investment. It really is, but you're just not going to see any sort of immediate returns. If you see these drop to like 2.3, I mean, if you would see them drop, I would honestly wait until they drop to like 2.2, maybe 2 mil, and then pick them up. And if you want to hold them long-term, it could be a good investment. Fire Dragon Robes. Down to 3.3. It's interesting to see. I'm kind of surprised. I'm actually really surprised how all of the 10-year anniversary event, those limited items have all dropped. That's actually really interesting to me. The Fire Dragon Robes with the Charizard robes, Poison Flower hats, the Venusaur hat, Giant Turtle shells, the Blastoise shell. I was actually really surprised. These are vanities that are very, very, very limited and very specific to a very important event in PokeMMO's history, the 10-year anniversary event, right? That's actually, I could see those spiking in price one day if there becomes any sort of demand for them. I think that is really, really interesting. Keeping on to the Jack-O-Lantern. So huge items like this where you see it's 1.3 bill. Huge items like this, I think it's always interesting to see the price difference. So I'm going to actually go back to sheet 1 and show you guys just how big of a price difference these items can have. So 5 days ago, it was 1.1 bill. That is a 200 million Pokeyen price difference. That's like more Pokeyen than most of us have, right? Like times 10. Huge price difference on just one item. Pretty interesting to show, I guess, the financial discrepancy even in PokeMMO between the highest, the richest and the average player, unfortunately. Rudolph's Antlers sitting at around 450 mil, which is Broomstick at around 205 mil. Now on to some other stuff. We're also going to be covering alpha Pokemon prices in this video, which I'm actually probably the thing that I'm most excited for. It's really cool to see them logging the alpha Pokemon prices. That's something that was not the case on the previous document. So I don't know. I'm really excited to see that. I'm really excited I have no idea what's going to happen with those. I mean, I guess they'll rise exponentially, like with time, but man, I'm really curious to see how the price of those trend. Particle and items, Red Dragon Particle. I love this. I think this is the best particle effect in the game. Not even joking. Or maybe the Kanto Friends. The shiny Kanto Friends is really fucking good too. So honestly, it's a close call. I think Red Dragon, Kanto Friends, and Shiny Kanto Friends are like the 3 best in the game, like by far. 1.7 for that. Spiderweb, 250k. Honestly, cool to see that. Spinning Scythe, 280k. I bought a couple of these for like 80k, both of these, so happy to pick those up. Happy those are rising. Witch's Haze, 880k. Zombie Grip, 270k. Another one that I bought for like 100k. Present Particle, 930k. Eerie Howl. Actually, wait, I forgot about this. This is another fan. It's like top 5, top 4, top 3 particle effect. So good. It's tough when like I'm actually really happy. Honestly, I think one of the best vanities from the 10-year anniversary event was the particle effects, the shiny Kanto Friends, the Kanto Friends. I get so many comments being like, hey, like what are those 3 little guys that come out of your Pokemon in game? You know, what are those 3 little? Why are the Kanto starters coming out, right? I have to explain to them, oh yeah, that's a particle effect. It's really cool. I don't know. I get a lot of people obviously feel connected to Gen 1, so I don't know. It's a cool thing to see. Now, carrying on, Graveyard Particle Effect, 275k, Snowflake, 1.9 mil, Paper Lantern, 4.85 mil, one of the older particle effects, Hitodama, 3 mil, one of the older particle effects, Pungent Stench, around 500k, Ghost Particle Effect, around 2.9 mil, the Eye Particle Effect, around 3 mil, Zodiac, around 600k, Shiny Kanto Friends. I was really excited to finally pick mine up. I got mine for, I think, around 2.1, so I mean I've lost a little bit on it, but that's totally okay. I really just wanted to have this. This was the last item that I needed to complete a one of everything collection of the 10-year anniversary event. I was super happy and super excited to finally get one of everything from that, so that was really cool. They also have the 1000 RP voucher here, which is awesome, logged at 2.9 mil. Red envelope. So these are two sealed products that I don't talk about enough because I probably should be warning people not to invest into them. I'm all about sealed products, man, but man, when it comes down to it, the Lunar New Year event sealed product just does not do very well. As you can see, red envelopes from 2021 sitting at 21k, red envelopes from 2022 sitting at 16k. They just don't rise. They're not very desired, as opposed to, look at this, like the goodie bag from 2021, 28k, the Xmas present from 2021, 24. I've seen these, honestly, these prices might not even be super accurate. I've been seeing the Xmas presents in the goodie bags like consistently hitting 30k. Like, yeah, like right now the cheapest one's 27k. I feel like at the time this was logged, they were specifically cheaper. I've been seeing them consistently. Yeah, look at this. Cheapest price for a goodie bag, 32k. I've been consistently seeing these guys bench at 30k or so. So that is, yeah, pretty damn good. But anyways, moving on. Lucky Red Envelope 2021, 88k. Lucky Red Envelope 2022, 77k. Goodie Bag 2020, 56k. Goodie Bag 2021, 28k. Pumpkin Goodie Bag 2020, 140. Pumpkin Goodie Bag 2021, around 100k. Xmas Present 2020, 53k. Xmas Present 2021, 24k. And now this is the zinger. This one is really interesting to me, and I'll tell you why I think the prices the way that they are. If you invested in Santa presents for 2021, you made bank. You made big money. Look at this. 800k a piece at the moment for 2021 Santa presents versus 2020's being around 377. It's like double the price, over double, right? That's crazy. The reason being is the winged helmet, from my understanding, and just a lot of other great. I think the last year's presents and vanities I think the last year's Christmas and Halloween vanities were pretty freaking good. The winged helmet's a big one. People love that. It became colorable as well later on, which people really liked. But that was a big deal. Anniversary chest sitting at like 45. I've seen them 45, 48, 50k. We can actually check those right now. What are they sitting at? Hard to type with a big fat mic in your face. Apologies. Yeah, okay, 45k. Honestly, pretty accurate. 45, 48. Pretty accurate. Golden anniversary chest around 105k. Shiny Charm 350k. What are Shiny Charms at the moment? That's a good one to keep price check of. Yeah, whoa, huge price difference. Huge price drop. 320k. At the moment. That's kind of surprising. I know the Lunar New Year, 96 of them too. Wow. Someone dropped their stock. That's crazy. Like, I know like the Lunar New Year event is coming up, but that's not until late January, early February. We still have like 4 months of no shiny charms being entered into the game. I'm really surprised people are selling for this price. I would honestly just hold. You probably can sell for more after the events or during the events to some extent, but I don't know. That's interesting to see. A lot of interesting market movement. Nutcracker hat. Okay, going on to some event only vanities. Nutcracker hat at 23 mil. Nutcracker uniform at 52 mil. Scythe, the classic, one of the biggest displays of wealth, one of the coolest, biggest backslot vanities, 620 mil. Gingerbread hood, 8.5. Gingerbread costume, 6.7. Snowman costume, 4.8. Snowman hood, 830k. Mage's staff, another really interesting, pretty recently released item. I think this was from Christmas as well, or no, this was from Halloween, I believe. I think this was Halloween. Mage's staff and Red Oni mask were last year's Halloween. I think they're two fantastic items. Really, really cool stuff. Mage's staff, really cheap right now. I think this will be I think this will definitely go to like 4 or 5 mil within the next couple of years. Take a long time. Once again, any sort of investment, you're gonna have to wait at least 2 years is my usual recommendation. If you don't see yourself playing Pokemon in 2 years, I wouldn't worry about it. If you want to quit and come back, honestly, I can't tell you the amount of players that will like stock up on sealed stuff or stock up on investments, quit the game for like 2 to 4 years, come back, be rich, and now they can just play the game they want. Happens all the time. It's kind of funny to see. I respect it. Mage's staff sitting at 1.3 mil. Red Oni mask at 4.33k. Proto pack, I want to get this. I haven't picked one up yet. 2.2 mil. Ecto goggles 1.45. Ghost purging outfit 1.8 mil. Pumpkin costume 600k. Pumpkin cap 520k. These are, I don't like them, but they're funny. I respect them. Kaiju, these are the Tyranitar outfit. The Kaiju costume. If you want a Tyranitar outfit, this is what they cost. Tyranitar costume about 1.2 mil. Kaiju hood, Tyranitar hood 875k. Tiger hood and Tiger costume 195k and 140k. Tiger tail 90k. Red Mandarin hat 850k. Wow, that honestly, I feel like that rose a ton. What was that? It's only gonna be a 5-day comparison, but where is it here? 900k. I'm surprised. Wow, I don't remember the Red Mandarin hat being that expensive. I would love to check back on the previous market and see how much it's gone up. That's actually pretty crazy. I feel like it was a lot cheaper, but maybe I'm wrong. Really cool vanity. Small purple rat tail 420k. Small purple rat hood 620. Small purple rat costume 650. Pharaoh headdress 220. Pharaoh outfit 335. Crook and flail 500k. Pig hood and pig costume, my favorites. 1.6, 1.7, and then pigtails 800k. Small black rat hood, the black Rattata outfit sitting at 1.25. The costume sitting at 11. This is obviously inaccurate. You can tell it's a fixed price somewhere. It's just the only one listed, not the actual accurate price for this thing. 11 mil. Rat tail 920k. Ox costume. I think I like the ox one a lot, especially the horns. I think the ox horns, I mean, that's why they're the most expensive. I think the ox horns are the best part of this set. I think I bought a couple in game. Let me actually see if I can bring up. I really like the ox horns. I think they're super. I have 2. I think they're super cool. They're like pretty big, a lot bigger than a lot of the other horns in the game, and they could work as like devilish horns in a lot of outfits or cosplays. They don't just seem like animal specific horns. They're just good horns that could work for a lot of cosplays or any sort of cosmetics or fashionscapes per se in game. Zombie head, that's my boy. I'm a huge zombie head fan. I just like it's just big and dumb and changes a lot. 85k zombie costume, 95k. Retro games handheld. I think I did finally pick up one of these in game. I should keep my bag up honestly. I think I picked one up. I'm hoping. Yeah, I picked one up finally. What are they at right now in game? 750k. Toy plane. I don't like this vanity. 920k. Teddy bear. I did pick up one of these. 1.6 mil. Onto the elfbot stuff. A lot of this is pretty similar, so I'm gonna go through it kind of quickly. Normal elfbot stuff. 310k. 150k. Poison elfbot hats. 488k. Outfits 300k. Fighting elfbot stuff 315k for the hat, 250k for the outfit. Steel elfbot stuff 430k for the hat, 700k for the outfit. Dark elfbot stuff 950k, around 900k for both. Ground elfbot hat 28 mil. So these ones that are really, really expensive. These are like the oldest ones. Essentially with the elfbot stuff, it comes down to how old they are. I mean, it's literally just supply and demand, right, with everything in the market. But it really comes down to like how old they are. When they get this expensive, we can even look up ground elfbot stuff over here on the right side. Ground elfbot. So ground elfbot outfit. They didn't have one listed on there, so I can see one for 22 mil at the time of recording. This recording is around 4 days after this last update on 9/9. So 22 mil on the outfit, 28 mil on the hat. Ice elfbot hat at 1.8 mil. Ice elfbot outfit at 2.3. Ghost Elfbot hat at 15, Ghost Elfbot outfit at 10, Flying 6.8 and 13 mil, Rock Elfbot stuff 18 mil and 8 mil, Dragon Elfbot stuff 14.5 and around 10 mil. Fire Elfbot stuff, missing some listings, although the outfit is at 200 mil, seems a little overpriced, but I could be wrong. It's probably one of the most desired ones. Bug Elfbot stuff, I like this stuff, 15 mil. Santa's Little Helper, so finally leaving the Elfbot stuff. Santa's Little Helper, I don't like these outfits at all, but some people actually like them, which honestly, I mean, someone's gotta, so I respect it. 18.5 for the hat, 20 mil for the outfit. Gingerbread Man, I respect this one. People were actually super hyping this one up to raise for a really long time because the Gingerbread Man was, I believe the reasoning was, it was one of the only like 2016, I think it was the last 2016 era or 2017, I forget which year it was. It was like the last vanity of that entire year to like skyrocket. It hadn't skyrocketed yet, and it was like the last one to not skyrocket. So like everybody was like, okay, well it's gonna, and then it just did, and then everyone was like, oh yeah, duh. Yeah, 2016. So it was the only vanity from 2016 like hadn't skyrocketed yet. So eventually it just did. That's just how time really affects things. Skeleton costume 140 mil, sleigh bell ribbon 76, ice cream clerk uniform 51k, ice cream hood, ice cream hood gang 130k, red ox Xmas stocking 154k, Xmas gift sack 1.25 mil. Wow, that's kind of shocking. I think I got mine for like 800k, 600k. I think I got mine at like it's bottom at like 600k. Really cool item, pretty simple, but honestly it looks pretty good. Nutcracker doll 950k, PokeMMO cap 37. Dude, I cannot believe this is like one of the craziest things. I could not believe how much the PokeMMO caps went up. This was an insane short-term investment if you got some. Same with Tamer outfits. Tamer outfits were like 22k during the event. I picked up a couple. Now they're like 75k. Actually mad how much those went up. It's crazy. I've never seen, I got like what, 5? I got 5 from the 75k piece now. It's crazy. I've never seen more like incredible short-term investments in my entire life than during the 10-year anniversary event. That shit went crazy. Bug enthusiast outfit 20k, Koban gang a little low at the moment, but it's okay. Koban gang hold strong, diamond hands. Fishing outfit 24k, fishing cap 22k, yellow tail 70k, foxtail 50k, lollipop 190k, bug catcher's net 72k, trainer's jacket 30k, vampire fangs, one of the funniest vanities in the game. It doesn't really, barely can see them, 140 mil. Very comparable to the Holly hair clip where it barely changes anything, but it's super expensive and old. Winged helmet, I was talking about that earlier, 10 mil. A few more elfbot stuff, grass elfbot at 135 mil for the outfit. Candy cane, this is like the sweet Christmas equivalent to the scythe, the big backslide item, 420 mil for that. Holly hair clip, my lost mistress, 120 mil, which is broomstick, 200 mil. Red dragon body, 777k, 1.2 mil for dragon tail, red dragon head. I think this is like the shiny Gyarados costume, if I remember correctly. 2.6 mil, winged heart backpack, 2.5 mil. And now finally onto the alpha Pokemon. This video has been way longer than I expected. Onto the alpha Pokemon. Male alpha Bulbasaur sitting at 1 mil. Female alpha Bulbasaur, the cheapest one, sitting at 3.4 mil. That's actually nuts. Let's double check on some of these. These are some really interesting prices. That is actually pretty freaking interesting. Alpha, yes. Let's search Bulba. Let's change to female and click search and then go by lowest. So there is actually one for 2.7, which is a pretty big difference from the 3.4 that's said there, but obviously it's just always changing and stuff. That is pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts though. That is a crazy price difference. I wonder if it's worth to like try to flip stuff. I don't know how like I don't know how active this market is. I don't know how much stuff sells. It'd be really interesting to see like whether it's worth to like try to flip alpha. Maybe that's a new flipping technique to I guess look into. Male alpha Squirtle at 650k. Female alpha Squirtle at like 5 mil. This seems really overpriced. Male alpha Charmander at 625k. Female alpha Charmander at around 3 mil. Male alpha Pikachu 300k. Female alpha Pikachu 215k. Male alpha Clefairy 230k. So the female ones of the starters are worth a lot more because obviously people want that species, whereas the males of the lesser wanted species are a lot more expensive, like Pikachu, Clefairy, Meowth. People want them to breed with the other ones, not to actually have them as that Pokemon. For example, female alpha Eevee being 850k. I'm honestly this is actually kind of cheap. I'm actually kind of surprised at this price because the reason being, Eevee is a very, very, what's the word? It's a very, very, how do I say this? I guess actually the reason it is so cheap is because you can breed it with something and select, I guess, pay for the gender. But the EV gender difference in the wild was crazy. So it always is. 12.5% of EVs are female, and then the other 80, whatever the other percentage is, 80 something, is male. So there's a huge lean towards EVs being male, and that was the case when encountering alpha EVs in the wild. So that was just really interesting. The reason this is probably so cheap, or this isn't like more expensive, similar to the starters, I'm assuming, is because you could just buy an alpha EV, breed. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to breed it because they would be with a male. Yeah, no, I'm surprised. This feels really cheap to me. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Got disconnected. Honestly, perfect timing for the video. This is honestly probably one of the most interesting things of this video. This feels really cheap to me, although I don't understand the alpha economy well enough, so maybe I'm just totally off base, but this is pretty interesting. I actually learned a lot from this video. Hopefully you guys learned a lot as well. I'll be sure to link this spreadsheet and link the forum post down in the description below if you want to check it out and just browse over it in your own time. Take your time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it. Helps me out a ton, supports the channel. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content, updates, economy, PvP, money making, whatever it may be, all kinds of guides, etc. Check out the Discord link down below to join a really cool community. Hit up great questions, great answers, great resources in that Discord. And then there's also just a great way to find out whenever videos are being uploaded or whenever I'm live streaming here on YouTube. And then finally, if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, there are ways to do so down below with the PayPal link and such specifically. Helps out a ton. Never required, but it is really appreciated. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Peace.